mentioned when we were trying to figure out when to hop on Skype that you were going to some Super Bowl parties, I believe.
Was I?
I think, I don't know. I think you, I'd have to look back on the messages, but I think you said something about the Super Bowl. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know. I think I was like cooking food or washing dishes during the Super Bowl. I think I had it on. I don't really know. I didn't even watch it if it was on, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was going to be kind of a segue into asking if you saw the Shakira or J-Lo performances at all, but you might have maybe seen it on socials.
I saw the meme.
Oh,
I saw the meme.
The Shakira doing the little like. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's Arabic.
It's everywhere. It's ridiculous. I don't know why she did that. It's weird.
Hold on 1 second. My dogs are assholes. Hey, get in here now. Get in here. You guys are in trouble. Don't make me come over there. They're in fucking trouble. Motherfuckers.
What kind of?
I talk to my dogs like they're my children.
What kind of dogs?
The little one who thinks he's the toughest. He's about 10 pounds. He's a Chihuahua Beagle. Aww. And the one who thinks she's a big tough bully. So she's the alpha. She's about 18 pounds. She's a Shih Tzu Spaniel.
Shih Tzu
Spaniel. She's got like, so the Shih Tzu in her is like really like friendly and like playful, and then the Spaniel in her is very like, I'm a fucking alpha. And then Oliver, the little Chihuahua Beagle, like, he's I don't know, he's just a little shithead because he's part Chihuahua, so
just comes with being a Chihuahua, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I have family has a golden retriever and then a cockapoo, I believe it is, and he's like 15, 16.
Oh wow.
And like he's definitely a few years past what the doctors usually say, and it's kind of sad. He's losing his vision.
Is he like losing his teeth so his tongue sticks out his mouth?
Yeah, he has barely any teeth.
Oh, that's cute. He has like a forever hanging tongue.
Oh, what?
A forever hanging tongue.
Oh yeah, kind of. I think it stays in his mouth pretty much. But yeah, he's doing the diapers. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting diapers on my dogs because if I'm like gone overnight, they get mad at me and they decide to pee all over my bed because they're fucking assholes. So I'm gonna start putting diapers on them when I leave. Like, sorry guys, you did this to yourself.
Oh no. Well, I mean, it's better than having to clean piss off the bed. That's for damn sure.
I mean, I would rather them piss on something other than my $60 worth of pillows that I have to keep buying every time they pee on them.
No.
So yeah, that's fun.
You got a lot of pillows?
I have 4 pillows that I love, and I spent about $15 a piece on them because they're fucking luxurious and awesome.
Are they just like normal? Like, where did you go? Did you go to like a special pillow store or like one of those nice ones? What's up?
Amazon.
Amazon? Okay. I never really shop on Amazon, unfortunately.
I shop for everything on Amazon. Amazon's like I don't know. It's like the only place I go to buy anything. I buy like red carpet dresses on Amazon for like $15 a piece. That's awesome because I'm literally gonna wear these dresses for one night. So it's like, why spend more than $15?
That's not a bad idea. I mean, not that I need to go buy a dress, but
never know. She doesn't like.
Who knows? Maybe I'll just get a nice little red number.
Yeah.
So you said. Also, sorry, it's kind of. Unfortunately, Skype is the only way I can do the podcast with people that I don't live by. So it kind of sucks because there's some breaks where it comes in and out. So I just want to apologize in advance for that because it sucks. But you mentioned like red carpets. It's those get like pretty big. I see that in the industry that they have those more and more. I feel like I never saw them.
No, I mean the Avian Awards have been around for 25 years, and there's been a red
Oh
carpet
shit!
every year for those.
Really? Oh,
The
wow.
Expos Awards has been around quite a long time. There's always a red carpet for that. Any big event, there's always a red carpet for. So no,
Really?
so red carpet's not new.
Damn. Well, I guess I've been living under a rock. I literally never until like maybe a couple years ago would start seeing it, but maybe I would just never or wasn't following certain.
Like the porn events.
Yeah.
I mean, there's every time there's an award show, there's always red carpets that go with it.
Well, I was
So
just
yeah.
saying, red carpet and the events in general. I thought I never saw them before, and now I feel like I'm seeing them all the time. So I don't know. Maybe that's just with me following different people or social media getting bigger. I don't
I
know.
mean, probably because I've been going to the Avian Awards since every year except for 1 year since 2007. So I've
Oh,
gone
okay.
I've gone to quite a few. I've gone well over 10
Damn.
events. Yeah.
So how
I'm
long
sorry,
have you?
2008. So I've gone
Oh,
to 11, 10. I don't know. I can't do
damn.
math.
I'm terrible at math. How long have you been in the industry? I'm just curious.
Um, I started filming in September of 2007. And then I wasn't filming that often. I was only filming like a few times a year. But because I was part of Burning Angel, and Burning Angel was like pretty much was just like girls that are like covered in tattoos or like quote unquote punk porn. Because if you look
Mm-hmm.
up punk porn, that's what you look up on Google to find it, or that's what you see. But yeah, like I would only work for Burning Angel, and because it had such a huge like demographic for it and a huge fan base for it, like my name became pretty big. Like I became pretty well known because I
Yeah.
was like one of the most heavily tattooed girls on the site. So yeah, I mean I
Interesting.
took a 4 year break because I tried to find myself and like go to hair
Yeah.
school and
Oh,
and
cool.
then I realized I was like, oh, I miss porn. I'm gonna get back into it. So yeah.
And I'm sure, unfortunately, I mean, I'm sure you do interviews quite some time, a bit, and get the same questions. But of course, I want to just ask, like, what got you into it? Like, just random, or like, how did you get to
Um,
wanting to do porn and whatnot?
I mean, I started when I was like I was like 22, so like 14 years ago. I was like living in Baltimore, and my friends were all strippers in Baltimore, so I was like, and they're making lots of money, so I was like, oh, I want to be a stripper. So I did it, and I loved it, and then I started doing modeling for different like alt porn sites like
Mhm.
Deviant, like the Suicide Girls like type of sites like Deviant and stuff like that, and Broken Dolls. And then I applied for Burning Angel, and I was like, oh, I just want to do photos. So I was booked for photos, and then
Mhm.
I remember going to the site, and I was like, trying to like see like what all the other like the thing is before I actually shot photos for Burning Angel. But I was looking at the site, and I was like watching like the videos, like the trailers and stuff. And there's a movie called Porty Monster, which is yeah, it was like a parody,
Yeah.
a party monster with Macaulay Culkin. But yeah, so Porty
Oh,
Monster.
yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Uh,
I remember now. That
it's
movie's
okay.
great.
So there's this I know it's a great movie, but there's this girl, her name is Chapel Waste, and she's this super punk rock girl, had a fucking mohawk, super hot. And just like watching the trailer of her, I was like, oh my god, I want that. So after my photo shoot, I was telling them, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do video now. I kind of want to do video. So I shot photos for them in like July of 2007, or maybe May or June. I don't know. It was like mid 2007, and then I got booked for my first video shoot, and I did actually 3 scenes in like a week.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so in September, so it was a week after my birthday. So and then after that, like they released all my stuff. well, not all of it. They started releasing my stuff, and people were like, holy shit, who is this girl? We want to see more of her. So they booked me for my first like LA trip ever. I'd never been on the West Coast, just on the East Coast.
Oh,
So
shit.
I got booked for like 5 scenes in 6 days, and then so I shot every single day, and then I went home. And then one of the scenes I shot was for a series called Come On My Tattoo, and they put me on the cover of that, and like that scene actually got nominated for an AVN. I was like, oh,
Really?
sweet, awesome.
Shit.
Yeah. So in
Damn.
2009, I went as like a nominee for the AVNs. I mean, I haven't won an AVN. I haven't won an AVN, but you know.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me turn the volume on my phone off because someone keeps like texting me and it's like hurting me. Hold on. Sorry about that.
No
Okay.
worries. I can actually hear you better now, I think. I don't know. Or at least something changed. At least I think I can. I don't know. But damn, so you pretty much jumped right into it and then just kind of like got popping right away. Like,
yeah. I think because I was covered in tattoos, I was like the most covered tattoo girl. I don't know, I just became like a fan favorite, and I became like one of like the top girls at Burning Angel. So yeah, so it's pretty cool.
And I feel like I've noticed that the whole tattoo, girls and guys, I guess, covered in tattoos is becoming even more normal, I guess. Yeah, would you say so, or is it still kind of a niche?
So before I left porn, I mean, it's hit or miss. So before I did porn, or before I took my break, my 4-year hiatus from porn, it was really, really hard to get booked for other companies because having tattoos is so taboo, and people are like, oh, tattoo girl, we can't sell that. So it's like, if you had tattoos on your chest, like tattoos on your chest, your stomach, or like anywhere that's not just your arms.
Yeah.
Or your back, like it was hard for you to get booked. So like, oh, it's obstruction. Nobody wants to book you. Nobody wants to see that. I'm like, oh, this sucks. So then before I left for my career hiatus, I got booked for a Naughty American scene. I got booked for a Evil Angel scene. I got booked. Stormy Daniels booked me for a Wicked scene. So yeah, so it was like it was great, but it was like also like. Yeah, but it was like near the end of like my like before I like left to go and like find myself and do hair and stuff like that. But it was like those are the only ones I could really get, and it was very like it was still like a different part. Like I was like the crazy tattoo girl, So it's like nobody was really doing tattoo movies. And then I left and I came back and everyone has fucking tattoos. Like, oh, cool.
You're
awesome.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. All right, I'm back, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I guess it was easy to come back to.
It was easy to come back to, and like I changed my look a bit too. Like I was like blonde. I mean, I'm still tan, but I was like blonde and tan, and like whatever. But now I'm like I have like the dark hair. Like people. I'm in that category under goth, tattooed goth, but I'm not really goth. I just like look goth. I listen to like the
Black hair. Yeah.
I listen to like, the Weeknd.
So good.
So yeah, it's like the most non-goth music ever.
Yeah, that's like the exact opposite. That do you hear his new single? I think it's just a single. I forget what it's called. He put out some. Is it like music video? Is him like running around Vegas or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Yeah, he released 2 of them. I forget the other one's called. But it's Blinding Lights and another one. Like, I mean, he just released Blinding Lights, but I actually really, really love that song. Like, I like a lot. I mean, I love his like super trappy fucking, like strip club type of, really slow sexual music.
Yeah.
But I also really like stuff that's like very like Daft Punkish. Like Galvanstein. Like I love the stuff he does with him, and I just love, I don't know, like Blinding Lights was it's a fun dancing song. Like there's a song he did with Kravinsky called Odd Look, and it's actually Kravinsky actually made a song called Odd Look, but then he remixed it and he like did a song, he redid it and did a song with The Weeknd on it too, and it's really good. It's actually my ringtone. It came out a few years ago, but yeah, it's really, really good. Like I really like his dance music, like his sexy dance music also.
The guy can move. He can move for sure. I wish I could dance.
Yeah,
I can't dance to save my life.
and he could sing really well too.
Yeah.
And he's Canadian, and I'm obsessed with Canada. So
So,
yeah.
okay, I saw that because I was just looking through like your socials and stuff, and just to kind of get an idea of what to talk about because I'm still new to the whole podcast thing, and still just figuring it out as I go. And I was looking on your Instagram, and it says you love Canada. So,
Obsessed.
or no, yeah, okay, obsessed with Canada. My apologies. Well, I mean, Canada is absolutely amazing, but are you talking all of Canada, or is there a specific spot in Canada?
Oh no, Canada, just
Just
Canada.
Did you like?
All things Canadian.
I think my favorite. I've been to Quebec a few times. I think that's if I had to choose, that's my favorite in Quebec.
Quebec's beautiful. Like old Montreal is beautiful too because it's very old. I like old buildings. Like the building I live in now is 100 years old. I mean, it's not really like that old, but it's like old. I live in, I can't. I'm gonna say. I was about to say like where I live, but I'm not gonna say exactly.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, it's called this. Like, oh, yeah, my building's very old. Yeah.
Yeah, I love old architecture. I mean, I live in Northern California, Bay Area, and there's a lot of some of those old houses and stuff like that. So I definitely like. Well, I don't go out and just look for it, but when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's sick. I would love. What is it? American Horror Story. There's that murder house, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. It's some old Victorian something.
Yeah, it's like North Koreatown.
Yeah, I've never been, but like, as creepy as it might make me feel, I would love to live in a house like that. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, they actually have like. My friend Ryan and I, we like went there. Like it was like maybe like a year after the series ended, but we like went there and like took pictures of it and stuff like that. But I guess now they have signs and stuff. They say like, "Please give us our privacy" or something. I was like, "Well, you live in like this like place that was like iconic, So
yeah, you kind of like, hey, come on. I didn't know that. I mean, obviously it's a house, but sometimes when they film at houses or something, sometimes there's no one living there. I didn't know that there was.
Actually, the season 1, that's like the house that they used. So they don't actually like the filming wasn't done inside that house, just the outside. They just had the outside of the house. So like inside the house, it was serious. And my friend Ryan Ward, he actually did makeup on. I don't know if he did the first one, but I know the second and third one. He didn't make up on those.
Oh, really?
He was like, yeah. Then he used the inside of the house. Like, oh, yeah.
Damn, that sucks. I mean, that's cool, but like
the inside of the house was part of a soundstage, so it just makes more sense.
Just like what was it called? I just watched it on Netflix. Home Alone. They didn't film inside like the actual house. It's like in the auditorium of a high school or something. They build like a soundstage inside. And they filmed all of like the inside of the house.
I mean, it just makes more sense, I mean, it's because it's bigger and you can get those angles and stuff,
Right? Yeah, like in a normal house where like this is what you got, but when you have like a soundstage that you make, it's like, okay, well, we need to put this wall somewhere else for right now. So.
I mean, you think that like all porn is like actually like filmed in houses? No, it's filmed on like stages. Like sound stages.
Yeah. Well, except for those. I mean, well, okay, I could be very wrong, but like those insane mansions or something like that. Like those.
Some are filmed in houses, but like some stuff aren't. Like Cherry Pimps, like any of that live Cherry Pin stuff, like anything on live webcam, that's like an actual like studio. That's like it's downstage studio. So it's like in the Valley. Okay. But yeah, like they make all the rooms look different. Like they're actually like they make it look like it's an actual room. It's like, no, there's no wall there. It just looks like there's no wall there. There's no wall there.
So it must be, and I mean, I kind of always figure that there's some sort of production, but like how really like big is a production of like I mean, I'm sure it ranges from scene to scene from different companies, but I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure there's hair, makeup, there's all the camera people, but like how many people are like on set?
So
Oh, wow.
nobody's allowed. It's always a close set. So there's nobody's allowed unless it's always the director,
Hmm.
the camera person, and then their whatever, their assistants. So like the lighting guy or sound guy or whatever. Like, I mean, there's no lighting guy because all the lights are preset. But yeah, the
Yeah.
person that holds like the mic. There's the person that holds the mic, the person that operates the camera, which is usually the director, and
Hmm.
then the actors, and then nobody else is allowed on set.
Oh, okay. And then like offset if, I mean, there's other people doing certain things, or it's just like completely whoever needs to be there right on set. That's it.
Yeah,
No one else.
I mean, porn. It's not like the address is out there for everyone to see. You can't have multiple people there because a lot of people want to
Yeah.
like because it's actually not safe to have a lot of people on set.
Well,
Just like it's not safe to like give out like real names and stuff like that of like actors and stuff, which people
no, of
do.
course.
They're not supposed to,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, of course. I mean, I wasn't necessarily saying like having people there that serve no purpose. I just, that are actually contributing to the actual filming and things that are needed. So, you mentioned the camera guy, director, and whatnot. So I
Yeah.
guess that's kind of what I figured. But like I said, I don't know anything about this
It's
stuff.
all
So
it's all pretty it's all pretty small because unlike big Hollywood movies that that people are like paying to go watch.
mhm.
There's pornography that people aren't paying for. People are like, oh, I can download for free on Pornhub. I'm like, oh, cool, awesome. So
Right.
if I know people that are like, oh, I don't pay for porn, I'm like, oh yeah, go fuck yourself. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, gotta support,
That's
Um,
why there's so many like girls doing like OnlyFans and stuff like that, ManyVids and stuff like that, because it's like people actually pay for that stuff. I mean, you have to work your fucking ass off,
I
like
can imagine.
post
Yeah,
every fucking day for you
it's
to
a
make
grind.
money,
I
but
see.
it's still, yeah, it's
I
work.
mean, I see. Well, obviously, I follow you on social media, and
Mm,
I others as well, and it's a grind. It's a hustle. I see it all the time. I'm like, damn, like
it is.
it's a full on, like full time gig. That's
Yeah, like
crazy.
I was just talking with my friend today. We were hiking and like, he's an entertainer also. He's a magician and like we're talking about how
Oh,
we're
cool.
we're always on. We're like always on like, even if we're not like working a gig, we're still in, I'm still Jessie Lee. I'm still porn star
Yeah,
Jessie Lee, like I have to be, I'm always like on Instagram and like Twitter and like everything like I always have to be on like 24/7. And it's like sometimes it's exhausting,
I
but
was gonna
it's like
say,
that's
jeez.
what you have to do for entertainment.
Right? Yeah, damn. That sounds exhausting. But I mean, if you like what you do, I feel like it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily. I mean, still can be tiring and exhausting, but if you like it, it might, not be as much
Yeah,
as if. Yeah.
I mean, I really love it. I mean, it's like, I mean, I tried finding another job. I mean, I still do hair. I mean, I have like a haircut after I talk to you.
Oh,
You
cool.
know, I have two haircuts after I talk to you. But it's just like I mean, I love what I do, and like I never want to stop doing porn because it's just what I love doing.
Yeah.
You know?
So besides actually doing it, like scenes and photos and whatnot, do you see like what other position that like maybe after when you want to stop performing, whenever that time may be, just because you don't want to anymore or whatever, what kind of role would you want to have in like the porn industry?
Um,
To
well,
say any.
I mean, if I'm not performing, I mean, I can perform all the way until I'm a fucking Gmilf.
I mean that's a whole
You know?
category on its own, right?
Yeah, I mean, once I'm like over porn, which who knows if I'll ever be over porn. I mean, I'll just
Yeah,
keep doing hair. I mean, I do hair, and that's like something I can do until I die. So I mean,
yeah,
I'm set for life. I'm set with a job for life. So I'm good.
which is awesome. Um,
Yeah.
wait, so you doing hair? I'm assuming like you do like a salon or something. Do you have your own, or like you just work at a place, or like?
Um. So when I first started hair, I was working in a barber shop, and then from there,
Nice.
I had my own salon suite, and then from there, I was like, oh, I'm like not making as much money as I wanted to. So then I closed that down, and now I'm just like, and I have like a little salon set up in my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I
cool.
don't have any new clients. I don't advertise that I do hair. So it's just like my regular clients and like if they're like, hey, will you do my friend's hair? I was like, yeah, let me know about your friend. Like, let me know who this person is. So that way,
Yeah.
if I'm inviting them into my home, because it's
Exactly.
like,
You gotta
I
know.
sleep here and I eat here. So it's like, so I'm like very, very choosy on who my new clients are. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
I
That's
mean,
cool that you can do
I'm
that.
doing good. I keep myself busy. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm shooting porn every day and I'm cutting hair every day and I'm traveling every day and feature dancing. Fuck. Yeah. So
Yeah.
my life's
Yeah.
exhausting.
Yeah,
But
it
it's so
sounds like
good.
it, but like in a very good way, of course. Do
Yeah.
you hair for
I'm sure
anyone
if my
like
life
on set?
wasn't
What?
no, I don't do hair on set at all.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I don't do women's hair. I do men's hair. So
oh, I need a haircut so bad. Ugh. And I'm like at the point where like it's not too bad, but I'm just like I don't want to go. I'm so like I just don't want to go, but I need to. I was gonna do it today,
you
but I
should
said fuck that.
don't be that guy. Go
I'll.
get your haircut.
I know, I know, I know. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm still in the process of trying to find like the right place or person, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully I can find a friend that does it so I can support them and also get like a legit haircut.
I
That'd be
mean,
awesome.
if you ever come down to Southern California, I could fucking cut your hair. But
All right,
it's a
cool.
really long haircut.
45-minute flight. I mean, it'd be a
Yeah, it's fine.
expensive haircut.
It's cool. I like
All right,
haircut. It's
I'll
fine.
I'll have to keep you in mind. I'll just next time I
Okay.
think I'm coming to Southern California, I'll make sure to let my hair grow out a little bit.
Okay.
That sounds awesome. Okay. Why
Perfect.
why guys' hair, not girls? Just preference or what you like doing more or for any other reason?
So, so I like, I don't know. I just prefer
You
doing
just
men's
like
hair. I like like doing short haircuts. I don't know. It's just men are easier to please than women. Men tip better than women do with hair. So,
fair enough.
men,
I kind of expected that kind of
why would
answer.
I want to do women's hair with like more work for less money? I'm good. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. um there was so let's see, how do I ask this? And so there's the term, what's the like the proper term? Like, there's the term porn star, but like what like
Uh,
adult what would be the
adult star?
adult
I
star?
guess adult star. I don't know. That's what Instagram makes me put under.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
So,
know.
and the way I was kind of thinking about it in my head, like, so the term, porn star, I have a feeling like not everyone who's in the industry gets that title. So how does that like, how do you get the title of being like a porn star? Is it like you have to do a certain amount of scenes, or like how does that work, or is it just something that you just self proclaim?
So, you know the term actress and movie star, right?
Yes.
So you know the difference between an actress and a movie star, right? You
Okay.
know the difference, right? So an
Okay.
actress is someone who just does whatever, like, just isn't really like is kind of just like isn't really like seen as a celebrity, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But the movie star is like someone you're like, oh my God, red light, red carpet, they're gonna meet the Oscars and stuff like that. So the way I see actress so a porn actress and a porn star. So a girl who's a porn actress is just a girl who like shoots porn every once in a while, doesn't really have a huge following, doesn't really promote herself, doesn't really, I don't know, isn't really
Okay.
like in it for the long run. It's just someone who's just like doing it to do it. A porn star is someone who's really good at promoting herself, isn't just like who's on the covers of movies and stuff like that, like is doing other things also, getting like different gigs because of her name, it's stuff like that. It's
Okay.
like Sony sees more like a porn star is a star,
I
so
guess,
and
yeah, I
like
mean,
a
that makes a
porn
lot of
actress
sense.
is just a girl who does porn, like porn actresses are like the girls on like Pornhub, you know
Okay.
like the girls on Pornhub that don't actually do like mainstream. So once you start doing, and like I never saw it like this, but mainstream porn movies all right, because people are like, oh, you do mainstream stuff. I was like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, mainstream
Yeah.
stuff, like the Wicked and stuff. I was like, oh, so yeah, so it's like a porn star is a girl who does mostly like anything that gets nominated for AVNs, like their name
Okay.
is part of the nominations for AVNs. So porn actresses are just like girls who are just like, oh, I'm doing content for Pornhub. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Interesting.
girls can also do like a lot of content on Pornhub and like be considered like a star,
Hmm.
So yeah, it's just how they carry themselves, I guess.
Okay. I guess no, that makes sense. I guess as soon as you started to explain it, I'm like, oh, okay, duh. Obviously, like the analogy of like a for the movies, like an actress versus a movie star. I'm like, oh well, duh. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah.
I think I think the real wigs. I mean, I've been a porn star because I've been one of Burning Angel's like biggest names for like the past 10 years. But yeah, like the time I've actually like this year was like the first year when I've actually felt like a star because at the Avian Expo, I
Hmm.
actually had like lines of people waiting to like
Damn,
get pictures and autographs from me. I was like, oh my God, I feel so great. I
that's
mean, before
awesome.
it was like before I was just doing Burning Angel, like all the Burning Angel booths, whatever, and I was like always next to Joanna, and Joanna had the lines of people. I was like, oh, cool. Bye, hi
Great.
everyone. That's
Yeah.
waiting for Joanna. So so I
Yeah.
actually felt like a star. I actually felt like a star this year. It only took me 12 years.
Damn, that's a yeah. Well, I mean, hey, better than never, right? I mean,
Late
obviously
than
you love
never.
it,
Better
but
late than never.
right, better late than
Yeah.
never. That's awesome. Where where are those? Are they like Las Vegas or something like that, or down
Yeah.
south, Southern California?
So they're at the Hard Rock Cafe, or the Hard Rock Hotel, which is no longer a thing anymore. Hard Rock
Oh,
uh
it's not.
sold itself to Virgin, so now it's
Oh
the Virgin
shit!
Hotel.
Wow, I live under
So
a
they're
rock.
gonna, they're gonna have the AVNs a porn convention at a place called the Virgin Hotel. So I
Wow,
mean that's really funny to me.
that's actually really great, and really actually hope that they did that on purpose, which I feel like they
I
probably
don't
did.
know. I think they just wanted to keep it there. So I know, like, I was talking to one of the person who does AVN, who works at AVN, and she said that they have a contract at least until 2024. So it's gonna be
Nice.
there at least for the next 3 years. So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's like the and I can imagine you probably have a ton of different stories, but as far as meeting fans and especially recently, having the long lines, like I'm sure you get asked some like really fucking weird shit, like or like requests, like taking photos or especially being on tour with bands. I see all the fans asking these band guys to take weird photos. Like I can only imagine like some of the shit you're hearing.
I mean, I don't take photos for free, so I charge people
Well,
for photos.
yeah,
So yeah. So I'm like, sure, whatever you want. Like, you know.
you're paying for it.
Like one of my conventions, I wear pasties. So I do like $20 for a photo with me, like clothes on, and then I'll like without my dress on or whatever, and I'll have like
Mhm.
underwear and pasties on. It's $50. So people usually the 50, and they're like, "Oh, will you like sit on my lap?" I was like, "Sure," but they never ask. Like you would think that they would ask for something like crazy and obscure, but they don't. It's where the thing is like. So I feel like people who are actually fans don't ask for obscure things from the
Hmm.
people that they're fans of. It's people who aren't fans. They just want to like, oh, that
Yeah.
person's wrong. I'm gonna ask for this fucked up thing. I was like, well, I know you're not a fan. I can tell when people are fans or not. So yeah,
Yeah, so that they have they have a respect for what you're doing. I mean, even if the other person
exactly.
is asking for weird shit, like they might still have respect for you, but not in a sense that like they're a fan of your actual work and they want a photo because it's like seeing the movie star or something like that. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I was expecting, well, I don't know what I was expecting, but that's pretty cool. I
Well,
didn't.
I'm also that type of person that's like not afraid to be an asshole. So
Well, that's good.
when someone's being like obnoxious, I'll totally be an asshole to them. So I feel like people know that, so they don't ask me for stupid things. Well, people
Because
who know me,
yeah.
like my fans and stuff like that, they know that I have like a very, very low tolerance
Mhm.
for people. So yeah. So they
Well, I
only want
mean,
to like Piss me off.
I mean, I feel like not just because you're in this certain industry, but I feel like just in general, it's like I think it's good to have that because you're not going to get pushed around or anything or taken advantage of. It's like, hey, motherfucker, like, no, like, get out of here. Like, you know what's up.
Exactly.
Oh, I saw your billboard. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's sick. I want a billboard. Damn. Is that your first one?
Okay, so here's what you have to do. Okay, you have to get into porn,
Okay.
and for 12 years you have to start feature dancing.
Okay.
But you have to like build up your name before you start feature dancing, and then you
Okay.
have to get booked for a gig at Spearmint Rhino, which is a big strip club all over, and then dance at the Oxnard one, and then Oxnard one will make a billboard for you. So that's what you have to do.
All right. Cool. All right. I got that all written down. Sick. Catch me on a billboard in 12 years.
Yes.
That must be a hell of a workout, though. Dancing like at a strip club, right? Isn't it? I mean, I guess you're up on the pole and you're like using your legs and stuff. Like when I see it, I'm like dang, that's gotta take some strength and some cardio.
Are you kidding me? I dance around the pole.
Yeah, well,
I don't do pole tricks. I dance in latex. If I tried to dance on latex on a pole, I'd fucking rip my latex. So I'm good.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's somewhat of a workout too, right? I don't know.
I mean, for the most part, when I dance, I like to be really interactive with the crowd. Because I mean, that's what they're here for. That's what they're there for. They're to like see their favorite porn star dance. So they're like,
True.
oh, and like, if you just like dance on the pole and like ignore them, they're not like, they're gonna be like, oh, cool, and they're not gonna like throw money at you and stuff like that. But if you get in their faces and stuff like that, and maybe hit them in the face with your boobs and like, be really personalized to them, like that's what they like. So that's when they actually tip, is when they're really like, when you're really like more like interactive with them.
And then later they go buy your.
I do a lot of. Yeah, I mean, I bring like videos and stuff like that, but they'll get photos with you, and so they had a really good time. I don't know. I like to be really like. I like to make my fans feel like they matter to me, because they obviously like I'm happy to them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're putting money.
I don't. There's some girls that don't, so who knows.
Yeah. Well, you would only hope that, you would be doing that. And that's, I mean, you didn't seem like, I don't really know you too well at all, but you didn't seem like the kind of person that would not really give a shit about their fans. So I'm sure if any of them are listening.
I don't give a shit about people who don't give a shit about me. So that's all.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for that. That's awesome.
Seriously.
How many of these are you like doing? Is this like once a month or whenever they just come, or like how are you trying to do them?
So this is how it's happened. So June I had one feature gig. July I had nothing. August I had 2. September I had 1. December, January I had 3. February I have 1. Nothing in June I have 2. July I have 1. And then August I have nothing. September nothing. October I'm dancing in Vegas. I'm booked all the way up in October 31st on Halloween. I'm dancing in Vegas, and then Black Friday I'm dancing in New York City. So that should be fun.
Why is that? I
don't know. I'm like I don't know how crowds are on Black Friday, because it's like the fucking day everyone's like shopping and spending all their money. So we'll see. I mean, I get a set commission, or I get a set fee anyway. So like, I mean, regardless, I'm getting paid. So it's fine.
But you want that extra.
My hotel's paid for. Everything's paid for. So, yeah. I've been doing. I just got booked for another Spearmint Rhino gig for July, and that's 2 nights. So yeah. So if I keep getting like Spearmint Rhino gigs up, I'm like perfect.
Yeah. Damn. Y'all are set. Just keep doing all that. Yeah. Dang. That's fucking wild. Damn. All right. All right. Like I said, like you told me, 12 years. See me See me on that
Seriously.
billboard.
12 years, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Oh, geez. I can't even move my hips like that. I can't do shit. Was it, what's the dude thing? Was it
I just wear latex. I just wear latex and deep throat things on stage. That's what I do.
Huh.
That's what I do. Yeah. And then I try to make guys deep throat the cocks that are going down my throat too. So, it's one of those things. I just want to suck my dick. So I tell guys it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that works for you. I might go a different route. Maybe I'll try and learn to dance or something. You know?
You don't like deep throats cocks on stage?
No.
I mean, come on. That's how you get booked again. You gotta do it.
I guess I'm just not cut out. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. I had some notes, and I kind of already. Oh, okay. One of them I was very curious about, and maybe you can shed some light on it. I've kind of noticed over the years that all the trends of like what's hot to watch and whatnot is getting like kind of crazier and crazier, as far as like now a lot I see is like step bro, step mom, like all this somewhat step relative thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of curious on like where is it gonna go after this trend? Like what's like, I mean, it's a weird.
So I make porn. I don't watch porn. And even if I like watch porn, it's like not step porn. But
Well, yeah.
When I used to hang out with this guy, Mike Mancini, he started like friending, who's now his girlfriend, this girl, Brooklyn Gray, and they went to like Six Flags together, and like someone asked if he was her dad, and she thought it was funny. So then she started calling him daddy, and because she's like, I could be like her mom, like that's the age difference. I could totally be her mom. Yeah, so she started calling me mom. So I was like, because I cut her hair for her. I cut her hair, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, you're totally like everything she's saying. I was like, oh my god. I was like, you're totally like the little me. I was like, you're like my daughter. So she started calling me mom. So we did a video, and it's actually sells a lot and many vids. It's I think it's also got featured on Pornhub, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of my mom stuff gets featured on Pornhub, which is really, really funny to me. It's really funny. Like all the stuff that's super taboo is like always featured. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
but like
weird.
so I labeled it. Well, the girl that was doing it for me, she labeled it parents mom swaps cum with her adopted daughter, something like that. So I was like, oh, you're my adopted daughter. And I had to like, the thing was like, you have to say that. You have to say that kind of stuff. Like you have to say step. You have to say step this, step that, step not, this.
That's fun.
So the reason why a lot of the companies are like, oh, this is my stepdaughter, not just like, oh, this is my daughter, this is my brother, my sister, is because a lot like CC Bill, like which is the big credit card, and like everyone does credit card transactions through, they won't let you do incest. So it has to be step. You have to say, this is my step brother. You have to say step. It's really funny. But I thought it was really hot when she was like calling me mom when we're having sex.
Yeah.
So funny. I was like, this is really hot. It's like super taboo, and you're like, oh, this is risky. This is awesome. Right, but it's like, I mean, every time I see her, I'm like, daughter. She's like, mom. Aww. So yeah, and then like I have Aria Lee, who's like my other daughter. Like I told her she's my adopted daughter. I haven't done any scenes with her, but I've like made out with her and stuff like that. You know, just because whatever, because that's what porn people do, make out with each other.
Yeah,
what we do.
Sounds
but yeah, fun. I don't know where it's going.
No, no ideas. Some weird shit, probably.
I have no idea. I mean, I think before I took my hiatus, like there wasn't really any anything. There wasn't really the mom, stepmom, stepdad type of porn. And then I came back, I was like, oh, everyone really likes that. All right, that's cool. Whatever, it's fine.
Well, that's why I asked.
Like stuff thing has kind of been funny though. Like Stifler's mom. So it's like the older woman fantasy has always been a
Yeah.
big thing. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
at least it's not like, I mean, at least the stuff with like the fucking like young girl stuff isn't as big anymore. Like girls are like the little girl phases. Because I
Oh,
remember like
yeah.
before I left porn that for that 4 years, the reason I left is because, you know, like all the girls, like, you know, like little Lupe and stuff like that, Evan Sanfeld's wife. So little Lupe was like, you know, she like had pigtails and stuff like that, and she looked like she was like 12, but she was like in her like late 20s, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like that was the big thing, and I'm like, it sucks. It's like
Yeah.
all these girls look like they're like children, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I come back, and now it's all about like, you know, moms and like stepmoms and stuff like that. I was like, oh,
Much better. Much
perfect time
better.
to come back. Because
Yeah.
I'm very curvy. Like, I mean, I'm 36. I mean, I don't look 36, but I'm 36 and I'm like curvy and I'm covered in tattoos. So it's like, this is definitely like my time to come back. So yeah, I'm glad that I left and came back at this time.
Damn.
But I don't know where it's headed, and I hope it stays with like the type of woman that I am. I hope
I
the
think it
MILF
will.
stuff stays.
I think it
Yeah.
will. Even outside of the industry, I see it more and more every day where, you know, even just brands are starting to include, you know, not the stereotypical, what would you call, like runway, skin and bone, you know.
Yeah.
It's changing. Like it used to be back in,
More
I don't
healthy
know what
bodies.
days, but, you know, like
Yeah.
the ideal look of a woman. And I'm not saying that one, you know, ideal can be different from person to person, but you know, back in the day, you know, there was Marilyn Monroe, you know, she was not the stereotypical model of today. So things are starting to change, I think, and going back to where it used to be, which is awesome because I think it's been a lot of
Yeah.
trouble for girls and guys trying to form to this crazy body that is not healthy at all. So that's
I
cool.
mean, I work my ass off every day. So I mean, I like
Yeah.
at the gym, and something I do, I'm fucking like I'm dead from like working out earlier or from hiking.
Mhm.
I did a lot of stairs.
Oh God,
But yeah,
stairs. Fucking hate
my butt
stairs.
hurts.
I do the
And I'm so happy that my butt hurts. I'm so happy that my butt
yeah,
hurts because then
booty games.
like it's gonna feel so great. Oh God, it means it works. It's like
Booty
yes,
games.
yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love like being sore from working my legs. It's like the best. It sucks, but then at the same time you can't help but like kind of crack up to yourself because you can't get in and out of your car. It's the best feeling.
Yeah. I mean, don't skip leg day.
No.
People can tell
Oh, no.
skip leg day.
Yeah, you don't want that chicken. Those chicken
That's
legs.
like the one thing that people always say. They're like, oh, skip leg day, because it's always like guy that's like super fucking built on top, and then he has these like little tiny skinny legs. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
how are you skinny legs? Do you not walk anywhere? Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Well, it's like that too. It's like you're gonna get so heavy on top from doing all those fucking bicep curls. Like your legs are gonna just crumble underneath you. Like go
You're
walk
gonna like
on like
fall
a
over.
fucking go for a
There's
hike.
gonna be like a high wind, and you're gonna go fucking like falling over.
Or they're gonna try and like some girl or you know is gonna try and you know they fancy each other and comes time to banging it down and he's got little tiny legs. He can't do shit.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe the chicken leg dude can. Who knows? But I'm like, damn, you got no power. Are you when you're
You know what we're
doing
doing right now? Body shaming. Let's stop body shaming.
okay? Just don't skip leg day. Don't skip leg
You know,
day. It's just better for you.
yeah,
Not
you
trying to
know, we're
shame.
just body positivity. We're body positivity.
Yes,
You know, just
yes,
like
yes.
make sure your whole body gets those stretch. You know, just body
Trying to help.
positivity. You know, because you look great, but you look great no matter if you have chicken legs.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God.
we covered ourselves. We covered ourselves totally.
We're good. We're fucking good. Oh, I actually still have to go to the gym today. Fuck. No.
Sorry.
But my new protein powder and my pre-workout came in today, so it's like kind of exciting because I get to try it. So I'm excited.
That sounds like quite the day.
It really is. I slept in, which is rare.
Really?
Do you partake in supplements for the good old workout?
I do. I do pre-workout and then I do post-workout. And then I do I like Quest.
Ooh,
I like Quest bars and then I like the Quest protein powder, like the peanut butter. It's so good.
I actually never tried their protein powders, but I'm all about their like protein bars and whatnot. Those are and the cookies.
I like
Oh,
the I like the yeah, the chocolate chip cookie dough is like my favorite. And like 24 Fitness where I go, they actually have
say
right now they have a box for $19. Like, yes.
what? Because I go to
Yeah.
24 Super Sport here, so I'm assuming that they
Yeah.
have the same
I
thing
think
going on. They
yeah,
fuck it better.
they probably have a deal over there
Oh,
because they had a deal at mine. So they might.
oh my
But
god.
yeah, so my protein shakes. So this is what I do for my protein shakes. I go to Trader
Yes.
Joe's and I get the berries. I get blackberries, blueberries,
Ooh,
raspberries, and strawberries.
I
So
already
I
like it.
mixed it up with unsalted crunchy almond butter, and then I do vanilla unsweetened almond milk,
Holy
and then
shit.
I put the and then I put a banana in there, and I put a scoop of coffee, which is
Oh
really,
fuck.
and then a scoop of that peanut butter Quest, and then I don't put any ice or anything like that because the berries are frozen, and I mix it up, and it's like
Oh,
fucking, it's like the best thing in the world. That's what I make myself every day.
I'm
It's so good.
so. I want that right now. Oh,
You could go get it. I
I
mean,
mean,
just go to Trader
I
Joe's.
will.
They're
And
very
the protein that I have right now, it's orange dreamsicle, so I could really get something crazy going. Oh,
I don't
holy
know if what I
shit.
told you about the terms though, so I feel like you might have to get like peanut butter, vanilla, or chocolate.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I'll get okay. Let's see. Ugh, I can't talk. Orange dreamsicle with like some vanilla something, and like maybe some like peaches. Oh, oh. Okay, I'm doing that later. That's so good. Oh, damn. I haven't even tried it yet, and I already know. I recently just it's only like one of those ambassador kind of things, but a company called FNX. I just got this stuff, and I tried the orange dreamsicle earlier, which is it's good, but my pre-workout I haven't tried yet, but seems to be a good company. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
getting hooked up, so I'm digging it.
Yeah, send them my way.
Yeah, I got a sick link for 15% off if you want it. Yeah, good. There's like a shit ton of stuff they have on there, and I'm just scratching the surface. So I'm excited to try it out. It's like a lot of on their Instagram. I think some of their athletes are like two of the biggest female CrossFit athletes. So that's why I was like, okay, this is legit. It's not a fake company. Like these two I really like. So if they like this stuff and like are a sponsored athlete, I'll give it a go.
Well, that's right.
Oh. Yeah, I love supplements. It sucks because it costs so much.
I mean, you have to buy what's good for you, right? Spend money on
Right?
what's
Yeah.
good for you.
I mean, I don't go and use any of like the crazy shit. I mean, I'll just do like pre-workout, protein, creatine, and like sometimes like a fat burner, but that's rare. Oh, let's see here. Wow, that went. Sometimes I never know how long these will go. Like some of the ones
Yeah,
that like
I
there's
was like looking at my phone and I was like, oh, I have a haircut at 5, and it's like 12 minutes from now or 10 minutes from now. I was like, oh,
oh shit. Okay, so you got okay. Well, I kind of don't. I think I all my notes I went through that I had that I wanted to touch on. Um, unless you have any other things you would like to say or plug, I think
I do not.
I mean, you're already popping on social media. I'm sure that they already know who you are if they're even listening to this.
So
So
let me plug it just just because, in case they haven't. So my Twitter is OMG, it's Jessie Lee. It's Jessie spelled with an IE. My Instagram is Jessie X Lee. Again, it's Jessie with an IE. I don't give up my Facebook because I don't like randoms.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
My OnlyFans is OMG, it's Jessie Lee. My ManyVids is jessielee.manyvids.com. Yeah, it's where all the fun
Sweet.
stuff is.
And I know you just said them, but I can also put like click-through links in the show notes so people don't have to type stuff, I guess. I feel like people just want
I feel like
direct thing.
I feel like making it easier for people is probably better. So.
Right, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully.
Thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah. Sorry that Skype kind of sucks. That's the best option I got. Cool. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend. And do not forget, I will come for a haircut sometime. Maybe not in the next months or so, but I need to get down to Southern California anyways, so I will have to take you up on that. So
awesome.
Well, awesome. Yeah, thanks again, and I will shoot you a text or whatever when I get this stuff all posted.
Perfect.
Cool. Alrighty. See ya, or not see ya. Talk.
Bye.
Whatever. You know.
Bye.